What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Today we're talking about a very interesting situation about a Maple Leafs free agent that they signed that might not ever play in the NHL again. So we'll get right into that right now. But if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. Love to have you guys here. Love to have you guys on the team here at Andrew Piluk Hockey. Yeah, love talking about the Leafs. And if you're new, make sure to stick around. But Jani Hakanpää, okay? Will he play for the Toronto Maple Leafs? This is a very interesting situation, and as we know, the Maple Leafs signed him to a contract this offseason, and we don't know if he's actually ever going to end up playing for the Maple Leafs. Now, Sportsnet talked about this on the 14th a couple days ago, at the time I'm recording this, and the biggest question is the $3 million contract, 2-year deal, I should say, so it's 1.5 per year, signed by the Maple Leafs. 2.5 months later, Hakanpää is still not listed on the roster. It was a reported contract, nothing really confirmed, but Brad Treliving basically declined to provide a clear update while speaking to reporters after the Auston Matthews captaincy announcement, and he said they're working through it, they're dealing with it, but hopefully they'll get to it sooner rather than later. Now, if we're looking at some of the information here on the screen, there's been some talk that the 31-year-old blue liner missing the final 13 games of the regular season and the entire playoff run was pretty scary because he had some surgery and there were some people saying that he might not ever be healthy again. So it just makes me wonder, like, what is happening here? What's going on with this situation? Because when the Maple Leafs signed this guy, there was a lot of confusion. A lot of people were like, why are they signing another defenseman? He's huge. That could be great, but the injury trouble is what's really concerning. It's a bone-on-bone injury. And again, there's people talking about the fact that he'll never play another NHL game. And there's another interesting fact here because there was, I guess, like a charity golf tournament or some sort of Dallas Stars charity event or just an event in general, and Jani Hakanpää was there wearing a Dallas Stars jersey. So clearly this guy hasn't actually signed with the Maple Leafs yet, and maybe there's some doubt that he actually wants to play for the Maple Leafs because the Stars clearly haven't signed him. They're obviously scared about the injury, but maybe he's comfortable with the doctors and comfortable with the team and the surrounding area in Dallas that he wants to just stay there. But that hasn't been reported as far as I know. There hasn't been any Jani Hakanpää won't report to the Maple Leafs talk or anything like that. But again, he injured himself against the Los Angeles Kings March 16th, and he didn't play for the rest of the season, and he was averaging over 18 minutes a night. Like, that's borderline second pairing depending on what team, maybe even second pairing depending on the team that has this type of caliber of player, because most guys are in the 20 to 22 minutes if you've got a couple horses on the first and second line. But that's significant. That's a lot of minutes. And like I said, this guy is massive. And the Leafs added Chris Tanev, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and you would have to think a guy that played 18 minutes plus a night in Jani Hakanpää was going to get a chance to play over a guy like Timothy Liljegren, because if I'm not mistaken, he's a right-handed shot. And I'll show you guys some numbers here. But he's 6'7", 222 pounds. Like, this is a big guy. He doesn't put up a ton of points, but he gives you a little bit of depth when it comes to defensemen and putting up numbers. And you can see he's even played nearly 20 minutes a night. And the Dallas Stars have been a really good team. He's a plus defenseman. He does have quite a bit of penalty minutes, but for his size, I'm kind of surprised that that's it. This guy seems like he would be a really good fit for the Maple Leafs, and the Leafs need point production from the back end, but they also need to continue that physicality that they've been on recently, where you bring in guys like Tanev now that block shots, who will throw hits. That's great, but they've had guys like McCabe who will do that too. He'll throw hits, he'll get a little nasty. Morgan Riley will get in there sometimes, but McCabe does that frequently. Benoit, we know that guy. He'll run through a brick wall if you ask him to. And if you add a guy like Jani Hakanpää, I mean, you're just adding guys that are physical. You're adding big bodies that will go out there and throw hits and be physical. And the Maple Leafs need to continue that. If they want to be a playoff team, if they want to be a team that people are scared to face, they have to be active in the corners. They have to be active closing the gaps. They have to be active shutting down guys at their blue line. But if Jani Hakanpää is, first of all, injured and can't play the game hockey ever again, two, if this guy doesn't want to play for the Maple Leafs, we don't know that. And again, people are probably going to spin this. I know there's some Twitter accounts that post my quotes from my videos and say that it's like confirmed or something. I'm not saying he doesn't want to play for the Leafs, but I just find it weird that it was widely reported in the offseason that Jani Hakanpää was going to sign with the Maple Leafs pending a physical. I don't know if that physical's happened because clearly there's no word on this, but if you're showing up to a team event, even though you're not even signed to the team, it's a little weird, in my opinion. And good for him for showing up to a charity event. That's beautiful. But if you're reportedly signing with another team, it starts to make me wonder if you're actually signing with this team or if Jani Hakanpää is trying to back out of the agreement and re-sign with Dallas on like some sort of team-friendly deal that they could bury him on LTIR or in the minors and just let him rebuild himself and be comfortable and stay in the area, which again, no problem. But I think the Maple Leafs need some answers because this is a guy that I actually feel like could be impactful on the Maple Leafs if he's healthy, and that's the biggest question mark. Is he healthy? Because giving a guy $1.5 million for the next 2 years is not just a little, here, we're just throwing something at you just to try. Here's an entry level. Here's a base level deal. Here's the league min. We know you're injured. Let's just see what you could do. Because there was talk of them doing that with John Klingberg, right? They didn't even give him league minimum. They gave him $1.5 million to leave Dallas per season and play for the Maple Leafs, even though he has this serious injury. Now, the thing is, too, the Maple Leafs have a lot of money. They might be like, we could put this guy in LTIR all year, and if he's ready for the second season, we've got a guy that's fully healthy, and he almost plays 20 minutes a night. But that's a big risk because they don't know if this guy will ever play hockey again. So we'll see. I don't know. This is a really weird situation. I don't know why a lot of people aren't talking about this. I want to see him play for the Maple Leafs. I like his size. I think that he would do wonders for this team in a depth role. I'm not saying this guy's going to come in and be a top 2 defenseman, but I want to see what he can do. I want this to work out, and let's see if we get any more answers because it's kind of weird to me. So if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Thank you so much for stopping in on another Andrew Piluk hockey video. Jani Hakanpää, what's going to happen? Leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.